Hello, Camp Contact. Welcome to our virtual world. My name is John Michael. This is Whitney Quinn. And we host something called the OSO experience, experience, orgasmic, somatic, organic experience. In the past, we've called it yoga because you'll see it is very yogic. If we think of yoga as being the practice of awakening to our experience for the sake of having more freedom, more choice, more consciousness, more awakening. And each week we emphasize different themes, and this week happens to be the theme of awakening. So all of these practices, of course, are about awakening. And when we think about the awakening that's happening on the planet right now, that doesn't really happen unless we choose to awaken as individuals. So we're in this practice with you today. It is a practice of paying attention to ourselves and using the muscles of permission and awareness. So go ahead and start to find your seat and deeper levels, noticing where you contact the floor, allowing yourself to be heavy, noticing the breath that's there. And by noticing the breath, sometimes it deepens. And allowing awareness to travel like heavy sand, heavy wet sand, moving down through the body, from the top of the head, down through the jaw, through the throat, shoulders, chest, down through the arms, out to the hands and fingers, through the chest cavity, through the belly, down into the hips, the pelvis, pelvic floor, the legs, the feet, the toes. Imagine the connections to the actual earth, to the dirt, to the crust, to the core. Go down where the roots of the trees go. Appreciating what it is to have the choice to feel safe in a body. To have the choice of awareness to follow ourselves into a grounded earth connection. And from this place, you start to rotate around the base of the spine, very subtly at first, letting go of any conceptions we have of exercise or even of yoga class. We have moments of stillness in between as we come back to a deeper awareness. What is the pattern that your body goes to? Feeling the root of our desire. Perhaps it's side to side, perhaps there's a circle, oval shape. We can change that direction at any time. And moving from impulse, from organic desire, deepening the breath. Sound is welcome. If you'd like, you can put hands on the ground. Every movement we take today, every transition is an exercise. It's all one exercise. Might look like separate exercises, but every time we transition from up to down, from four-legged to two-legged, we're bringing our keen awareness to how it is that we make those transitions. And every moment deepening our appreciation of the privilege that we have to take different shapes, to pay attention to our shape, to find a body that has pleasure, to inhabit a body that feels a relative level of safety. And waking up to our pleasure is awakening up to the whole of our experience. The more deeply we feel our pleasure, the more deeply we can feel our pain, the more deeply we can feel others, their pleasure and pain. And if you choose, offer permission for bigger movement now, and make movements that will warm that spine up, the neck, always being careful with the neck. And for a moment, holding the neck maybe a little bit stiff and moving the rest of the body, and just see what it's like if the neck is stiff, and then relaxing it and noticing the difference. All beings welcome, two-leggeds, four-leggeds. And the last 30 seconds or so, the most vigorous movement, perhaps even introducing the concept of a figure 8 to the body, seeing if the body is loose enough, open enough to find what does that feel like, moving from the base of the spine. And then coming to rest and just noticing whatever sensations, pleasant or unpleasant, warm and tingly, cool, vibration, itching, whatever might be there. Taking the fingertips, placing them on the shoulder, and we're going to slowly at first rotate, and then enjoying the pleasure of a spinal twist. A moving twist. At your pace, at your rhythm. Inhaling one side, exhaling the other. And again, coming to rest, hands on the lap. Being present with whatever sensation, whatever's moving. Eyes can be closed or softly opened. And now waking up the body, no matter what time of day it is at home. Deepening the awakening, extending the left arm out. Imagining a current of energy flowing out through the fingertips. And healing energy if it's that hand. Yeah. Well, I'll send you a little healing energy there, Sass. And now with the opposite hand, take and brush that arm at a level of curiosity that even lets go of knowing what this is that we're brushing, touching. And light touches at first. We can do raindrops, just a little tapping, feathering. We can move to scratching, squeezing, and pulling, just slowly, gently, but really curiosity, like what is it like to feel this with the hand that's touching? What is it like to be touched? Recognizing the individual appendages at the end of this extension. In whatever way feels fun, playful. Does it twist? Does it hinge? Where does it hinge? All the way up to the edge of the neck. And pausing for a moment and noticing what feels different about that arm, and then bringing it to rest. And we'll extend the right arm out. The same, let it hang there for a minute, extension of energy out through the fingers or whatever those are at the end of this extension. And then brushing, exploring, just trying different things. Maybe patting or tapping, or give a good squeeze, grab something. Where is it fleshy? Or is it bony? Where does it hinge? And extending both arms out. Just noticing for a moment, whatever it is you feel. Bringing the palms together, rubbing together, generating heat. Now go ahead and place his hands on your chest. And then moving them around on the torso, middle part of the body as you explore temperature, sensation. Maybe holding the rib cage for a moment, maybe slight compression, kind of meeting and holding that which tries to hold itself. And then moving down with pressure, could be tapping or the lower part of the body, a bit of the backside. What are the different sounds of this body as we tap? And then coming up, back of the shoulders, back of the neck. And then slowly, sensually, just give pleasure to the top of your head. Like the best shampoo at the best salon ever. And then touching the face, saying hello, perhaps holding the face for a moment, and the hands, letting the jaw rest. The last little touches, perhaps around the eyes, forehead. You can iron out the forehead, iron out above the eyes. And give the ears a little tug, little pulls. A little squeeze massage. Whatever last little thank you to this body before resting the hands again in the lap. Just noticing for a moment or two what this body now feels like.
Take a deep inhale. Complete exhale. And now we'll go into a 3-part breathwork series. So you can stay cross-legged, or if you want to sit on a pillow or somewhere more comfortable, maybe on your heels. I'll show the 3 parts and then I'll cue it as we transition. The first one, we'll have the arms up by the ears, palms will be together, thumbs crossed, relaxing the shoulders down, and just slightly tilting backward. And from this position, we'll be whistling. So the lips will be just having a tiny space between them, whistling on the inhale and whistling on the exhale. And then we'll relax the thumbs to the third eye point, and they'll rest here as we do an O-mouth breath slower. So expanding on the inhale, navel in on the exhale. And then we'll move the hands to cross the heart. The last round will be a faster O-mouth breath, like a breath of fire. And the power on the third one will come from the navel. So it's almost like a panting, but it'll be through the lips. And through the whole series, the eyes will be closed, but roll them in and up to move to the third eye point. So the point in between the eyebrows at the top of the nose. So let's start by holding the arms by the ears, thumbs crossed, just tilting slightly back. And then begin with a whistle on the inhale and a whistle on the exhale. Really, really slow with the breath. And then take a deep inhale through the lips. Suspend the breath and then squeeze, draw up on the anus, sex organs, navel, and diaphragm. Draw the energy up the spine, through the crown, through the palms. Exhale, lower the thumbs to rest against the third eye, the forehead, middle of the forehead. And then begin a powerful O-mouth breath, expanding on the inhale, filling the lungs, and then navel to spine on the exhale. And imagine the energy dropping down from the head into the heart, filling the heart. And then a deep inhale. Suspend the breath and relax the body. So breath is held, but body's relaxed. Take another sip of inhale. Hold. Exhale. Drag the thumbs down the face, chin, neck, and rest the palms over the heart. And now a faster breath through the lips, like an O mouth breath. Great job. Filling the body with prana, with energy. Clearing away density, anything that's no longer serving us. And a deep inhale, fill the lungs completely. And then squeeze the entire body, elbows in, squeeze the face, the spine, the feet, the hands. Lots of tension, squeeze. And powerful exhale through the lips, relax. Relax the hands in the lap and just sense and feel the physical body. Sense and feel the space, the energy body. Allowing all of that energy, that life force to circulate. And then just bring out the legs. We'll shake out the legs in front and we'll just do a little sounding. So these are seed sounds, and we'll imagine the energy and sound moving from the base of the spine, the coccyx, perineum, all the way up the spine, front and back, and then out through the crown. So the first sound will be O, and we'll combine the sounds, but O at the base of the spine, O, and then an ah at the heart, E at the throat, and then ear, like you're saying ear, out of the crown of the head, and then R back to E, ah, O. So it'll be E, or it'll be O, ah, E, ah. Then you'll take another inhale, and on the exhale, sounding again. Okay? So take a regular inhale, and just an exhale, and then inhale to begin. Last time. And just relax. Welcoming everything, just noticing what's alive. Sensations, thoughts, memories, temperature.
Taking the left hand, slide it around to the back, placing the back of that hand on the sacrum. Just finding a resting spot where you can also relax the arm, the shoulder. Take your awareness from the front of the pelvis, from the sex organs back to the sacrum, feeling everything in between. Now bringing most of your attention and awareness to the back body. Eyes soft, jaws relaxed, breath relaxing. Heart side open. Now taking the right hand and slowly moving it back, placing it over the left, both hands behind the back, resting on the sacrum. Opening at the chest, relaxing the shoulders down. Eyes soft and open. Perhaps focusing on a spot just ahead. Now slowly sliding the backs of the hands along the back, the thighs, bringing them up into a prayer position. And looking out ahead, imagining something that you need to personally awaken to, something that wants to open, bring more presence to, more aliveness in life. And then noticing whatever might be between a greater opening in this place now. Staying connected to what we care about in our heart, in our bellies. Moving those hands forward as if to pierce through the barrier that might keep us disconnected. Reaching out, extending, centered in the heart, and then opening the hands and looking through. Opening to that horizon. Seeing a new opening, and then opening, and holding hands wide open, imagining that new possibility of greater opening. Breath relaxed, eyes soft. Bringing hands up vertically, extending our awareness, palms now facing out, slowly moving down, sweeping that aura wide open. Again, placing the hands behind the back. And we'll just repeat this movement one more time. Feeling back body. Appreciation for all the steps we took before, all those who supported us, all those who still support us. Our fans alive and those that have passed. Now sliding those hands along up front, bringing them up into prayer position again. With an inhale, and then an exhale, piercing through whatever may stop us from opening up that next possibility, opening hands, looking through, saying yes to that. Opening. Sweeping up. Breath in, turning hands out, and exhaling down. And bringing hands to rest on the thighs. So opening to pleasure, awakening, requires us to live in our fullness. We're going to go ahead and stand. Slowly take this from the imagination of being a four-legged creature of any sort. And then finding your way up in a way that feels organic and now that might be a familiar way of getting up, and maybe it's brand new. Maybe inspired by your favorite animal of the moment. Taking your time. Maybe you're getting a little hang or feeling a stretch in a muscle that hasn't been stretched yet. And notice what it's like. This amazing strength, power, privilege, ability to rise up into our full dignity. Feeling full length Tadasana, feeling most of those top hairs are being pulled up. What is it like to stand in full dignity? Relaxing the breath. Let's do a little twist, little shake. Go ahead and find stillness again, and then rise up into dignity, length. And we'll notice ourselves in length, both coming up to the top of the head, our inspiration, creativity. Let's go ahead and put our heads up in the cloud, why not? Up in the clouds, opening to the heavens, all the ways we have of thinking, and then bringing awareness down into our tree roots again. Now connecting heaven and earth, sky, earth, finding a sense of center just below the navel. our sense of belonging, even when we feel beat down, and let's allow for a moment the feeling of a little despair to come into the body, remembering what that's like. Whatever that's like in your body, perhaps the knees, the shoulders. And then with choice and breath, we come back up and rise up. Appreciate that we have this ability. And then rocking left to right. And then settling in between in a place of centeredness. We become aware of our width, our ability to take up space, social dimension. So we bring our awareness out to the edges of our body and perhaps further. Knowing that my taking up space can also include someone else taking up space. Eyes relaxed, jaw relaxed, breath relaxed. So we have length and we have width. And rocking forward toward the toes, into the heels. We feel the depth of our being. Bringing awareness from the back of the heart through to the front, back of the throat, through to the front. Give the body a little shake. And we come back into a sense of length, width, and depth. Our grounding points are feeling up our fullness. And remembering again that something that we care about, what is that place that we wish to expand? What is it that we care about out there? In a moment, we're just going to take 3 steps toward that. So whatever stuckness we feel about bringing that more forward into our life, we're just going to pull up the roots of those feet and move toward. When you're ready, just taking 3 steps forward. And then standing for a moment in that new possibility. And coming back to the original place. And perhaps this time imagining any obstacle that might be in our way of being close to what we care about, anything that is kind of a bother or a screen, a filter. And again, when ready, we take 3 steps, crossing the threshold toward that which we care about. And feeling whatever you feel and taking deep breaths. And coming back to our starting place.
Let's just roll around the right ankle, moving the toes, top and bottom of the foot, and then moving through the right leg, so shaking, maybe moving back and forth, moving the hip, and then through the center hips, maybe circling or back and forth, just really opening up the hips, arms are loose, maybe low and then getting high, just really getting into the hips in your way, slow or fast. And then dropping down into the left foot, into the toes, tops and bottom of the foot. And then shaking, loosening up everything from the foot, calf, shin, thigh, left hip. And then back to the middle hips, opening up the hips, circling side to side, arms are loose. And then rib cage, focusing on just the rib cage. Everything else might move with it, but really opening the rib cage. in the chest. Maybe it's a body roll, opening the chest and upper back, shoulders rolling. And then head, neck, upper spine. So everything together now from the toes, feet, up the legs, hips, rib cage, entire spine, just loosening up. Allowing breath, allowing sound. And then interlace the fingers behind the back, opening through the chest and shoulder. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Opening, breathing through the heart. And then bending from the waist, bending over, head and neck relaxed. And then bending the knees just a little bit to lift up. Lowering the hands down, and then shaking hands and wrists, forearms. And then just let's just drop on the heels. So on the inhale, it's through the nose. On the exhale, really allowing sound. So and then slowly coming to a stop, really feeling into the feet and allowing excess energy. Maybe it's energy that we've picked up or collectively, and just allowing any excess energy to leave through the palms and through the soles of the feet, draining out of the fingertips, out into the earth. And then this next one, just take a few steps to kind of get balanced, maybe lifting the feet up and down. We'll be stationary, the fingers are relaxed, wrists are relaxed, and then we'll be lifting up as if we're pulling up energy from the earth, all the way till arms extended, looking to the hands, looking up, holding the breath for a second, and then on the exhale, allow the arms to swing down. And just allow them to swing until they naturally come to a stop. Let's do that one more time. Lifting up, drawing the energy up. Looking up, hold. Exhale, swing. And then walking the hands down the body. We'll walk ourselves down so that we're on the stomach. You can either have forearms in front, or if you'd like more of a stretch, come up with the palms down. And from this position, we'll look up and then exhale, chin to chest, just stretching the cervical spine. Slowly looking up, slowly chin to chest down, exhale. And then stationary position, head looking forward. Inhale, looking to the left heel. Exhale, slowly turning, looking to the right heel. One more time, inhale left. And exhale right. And now inhale, center, looking up. Tongue out, lion's breath through the tongue. One more time, inhale, look up. Exhale, tongue out. And then relaxing down onto the stomach. For a moment, just relax the forehead or head to one side. And then use the heels. You can either do it together or opposite, and just allow the heels to kick the buttocks behind you. So heels are kicking the buttocks. And then coming to a slow stop, reaching back, hands to the feet. And you can stay here and just allowing the shoulder blades to come together, or you can lift the thighs and lift more through the midsection, coming up, taking a few breaths as you open. And slowly lowering down, resting. When you're ready, coming up to downward dog, just taking any last stretches in downward dog, stretching the spine, maybe the hips, pedaling the feet, opposite leg, stretching. And then bring yourself down into child's pose. Knees are wide. Arms relaxed in front, forehead relaxed down. And then finding your way onto your back, taking any last stretch that you might need before relaxation. And then finding your way onto your back, completely settling. Feeling the heaviness, the weight of the body. Breathing down into the belly, into the pelvis. Feeling all the contact points touching the earth. Relaxing the toes, the tops and bottoms of the feet. Relaxing the ankles, the shins and calves. Relax the knees, the backs of the knees, the thighs, the hamstrings. Relax the pelvis, the anus, the sex organs, the waistline, the hips. Relax the space just outside of the hips. Relax the lower back, the abdomen, the belly. Relax the middle back, the rib cage, and the space between each rib. Relax the upper back, the diaphragm, the heart, the space around the heart. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands and fingers. Relax the space around the fingers. Relax the neck and the jaw, the cheeks, the mouth, and the tongue. Relax the skull, the occiput, the ears, and the space just outside of the ears. Relax the nose, the eyes, allowing the eyes to sink even further back. Relax the forehead, space inside of the head. back of the head and top of the head. Relax and expand into the space above you, below you, to the left and right. Relaxing and expanding into infinite space. Deeper breaths. Breathing in the organs. Breathing into the cells. Breathing into the blood. Circling the ankles and wrists. Maybe reaching up and taking a full body stretch. And taking a twist to the right and a twist to the left, opening up the hips. And then then hugging the knees into the chest. And then falling over to one side or the other. Or if you're seated, in whatever position you find yourself, just placing the hands over the heart. Thanking this body. Thanking this breath. All that it does for us. And then just placing the palms either on the ground or facing downward. Taking a moment to send gratitude to the earth. Mother Earth for all it provides. And then hands or arms facing upward, looking up, thanking the sky, Father Sky, Spirit. And then placing the palms facing outward, thanking all beings everywhere. Sending that gratitude and love out. And then hands back to the heart and sending yourself gratitude, love. May we feel the infinite blessings that surround us with every breath. May we feel the gratitude of being in these bodies, all the many ways that we can express our own creativity and share our light. May our words be honest, truthful, and loving. And then we send out a blessing of peace to all, love to all, light to all.
Peace to all, love to all, light to all.
Namaste, Satnam. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for practicing with us.
Sass, thanks for hosting.